Wholesale? 3 wholesales. Any manufacturers? Only 1. Good. So, see, this is close to everything actually. So, is considering something called as logistics here. So, when we are considering logistics, it comes with 3 structures, 3 core structures. One is the main manufacturer, dealer, and the retailer. So, it covers all the 3 cores of a business. So, when it covers all the 3 cores of the business, so where it starts with, yes, that is the inventory sectors. So, it may be whomever it may be. When he manufactures also, he has to put it into a certain pace. So, first the inventory starts. So, what is the manufactured goods, or what is the raw material, and what is the finished product? Okay, from there it starts, and it ends in where? It ends in something called as, where it ends? Any idea?
Ends with the retailer.
That is what is the right answer. That's a consumer, which ends with the consumer. So here what happens when I start, the most important thing here first is, I think so how many people have an idea on tally? Only one? Little bit. Okay. So in tally prime, the latest version, what is the advantage here is, it has a solution for each and every particular things. From starting, the most important part is the security part. The starting part is the most important part for a security part. So from there we start, from a company. So what is a company first? Let me start from the company. So what I told you, today we are going to completely discuss about the In this we are going to start with stock markets. Means what is stock? Where it's being sold, dealer, manufacturer, dealer, and a particular customer, where it ends. And the other ending point is tax. So the entire source, it has to be given to the end point is from the starting the inventory level to the tax. After the customer, anyway we have to go to the tax level, right? So from there we have here. So first, when we come, a company, according to you, what is a company? It is an entity. What's a company? Because you're going to be the upcoming business persons. According to you, what is a company?
Registered entity.
Good. So registered entity. So for a registered entity, so first thing here, you can see here, my particular data is here. So in this particular data, I have something called as my data part. So whatever you are going to store in your company will be completely encrypted. That's the first thing what I'm going to record here. The complete thing is completely encrypted. How many people know what is the meaning of encryption? See here, you use it in day-to-day of your life.
Yeah.
So what is encryption?
Encrypted data, like.
Very good.
Other than 2 people, nobody can see. Like, until unless you have the ID password or anything.
Yes, that is one part. User ID password. That's the admin password. What is the meaning of an encrypted data is, this particular data, like for example, what you give a encrypted data, which is an example, a best example that you said for an encrypted data.
What's that?
Great.
It's said to be encrypted.
It's set, yes, it's said to be encrypted, but it is not encrypted because they are using it for
Marketing.
digital marketing. Correct. Next, here it is completely encrypted because the software version is being updated in the security. So first only the starting of the company, it gives you an encryption part here. Can you see the data part? So nobody else can open the company details except you, or to whom you are giving the authorization. So in a company, to whom you can give an authorization to open your accounts? Accountant. First is an accountant. Second?
Manager.
Owner is obviously, I am the owner. I am the owner of the company, I will have. The second is? Accountant. Yes, accountant is there.
CA.
Board of Directors.
Correct. Who is that? The CA. So the one person who is from outside is who? CA. See, accountant is our person. Owner is our person. So the one person who is coming from outside is a CA. So these are the 3 persons that you are going to give this access for. Okay. So now let's start a particular company. I just put a company, simple company. So company name. So next, if you have a domain, what do you call it as a domain as?
Your website.
Great. Guys, Anybody knows anything about the domain? A domain name, a website, or a short name for a company. So, for example, I can take SBI. What's the full form of SBI? That's easy. So, first we have to give a full name for a company in the top. That is what we are calling here. The second part here, in the particular mailing name, what happens is we are going to give something called as a domain name of your company. Okay, that is the short name of your company or whatever the email name, the website things, that names we will be giving for our company. Directly we will go, and we have multiple states here. So, can anybody tell me why we have multiple states?
Different taxes.
For IGST purpose.
Different taxes. What is different taxes in other states? They are not CGST, SGST, no GST is there. What are other taxes is there in the other states?
Like the union territories, I guess. They have some-
Union territories has separate. It has a different thing. See,
Yeah.
it has something called here in the particular states. What happens is the tax policies are different. So tax policies means from one state to another state, the tax policy and the rate of percentage is totally different. So that is the reason that echoing is here. So from one thing to another thing, what happens? The tax will be changing. So you should know, you should be well versed on the tax. Okay. So there are several sites. After the things I'll just give you where you will be having the slab rates of each and everything. So what is the slab rate for your items? That is gold.
3%.
1.5.
1.5 and 1.5. It's okay, 3%. Good. So first I put my state. So after I put my state, country is automatically going to come. So this is the most important thing. First you have to put the state. Why we are going to put the state? Because of the tax policies and tax clause. So each and every state has a slightly different range of taxes, slightly different procedures. Okay. Now when we come, so this is my financial year, whatever year I am going to start my business in. Okay, that is 2023 to 2024. Correct? Yes, I am going to start my business here. Book beginning from, I cannot start my business first from April. I can start my business anywhere in October, November, December, or anywhere else I can start my business. So in this particular company creation screen, what the tally tells you is your data is completely encrypted. You cannot open this data anywhere else. That's the first thing. Second, it tells you about your taxes. So what state you are in. Very important. You have to give your state where you are making your business, because according to your state only, the entire report, the back-end reports will be completely set. Okay?
So what did you say about billing from? Who's billing from? Like October, November?
See, when we have the financial year from, it is having something called as a financial year from. So when we have a financial year from, so it has to correctly start from 1st April to 31st March. But book beginning from is when your company is being started from.
So it can be today as well.
It can be any day of the financial year. Okay, it's not
After 1st April.
after 1st April. It may be any month or any day. So very particularly I am telling here is you have to select your particular state. It's very important. If not, the entire tax policies will be different. So once I give this many information, just for an information I am giving this, you save your company. See here, you can see just 2-3 options here, correct? You can just see 2-3 options only here, but it is not like that. It has more options here. So it is for 3 kind of people. You know, Tally is for 3 kind of people. Any idea? One is for manufacturers, material management. Second,
Dealer.
comes manufacturer, dealer, and retailer. Second,
CA.
no. Service industry. All the IT sectors in Bangalore have to give their reports in Tally only. Okay. So I'll just open the things wide. See, the moment I press enter here, I activate my option. My option will be going more and more actually. So Tally is being mainly used for 2 sectors. One is for your sector, manufacturing sectors. Second is for service sectors. So now we are going to see according to your sectors only. What is the sectors called as? manufacturing sectors. So now in here, if you have any idea, so I'm opening the features before selecting the particular company, I have to open the company features here. So when I have to open the company features here, what happens is, this is the complete features of the company. Here only lies. So you can see what are features here according to you guys. So we have accounting, we have inventory separately, and we have
Taxation.
taxation and payroll. So here you are coming under the second part. So here it is very well versed. You have price list, price levels, correct? You have discounts. I think so in your particular manufacturing, discounts plays a very important role. Am I right? Will people give discounts for your customers? Yes? No?
Yes.
So when you are a manufacturer, you are going to give a discount for your particular retailer, yes or no?
Yes.
So here you will be having the percentage of discounts that you are going to set. The most important thing. And what do you all know about the price list? Can anybody tell how important is a price list for a particular manufacturer or a particular dealer? Because in material management you have to know. So there is the option here where I am keeping my thing, where it has something called as maintain multi-level price levels. So how important is a price list for you guys? Because you are going to have a price list, correct?
You can set discounts on the basis of the price. Like if it's in this range, this much percent of discount. If it's in that range, that much percent of discount.
Any other ideas?
You won't end up in loss.
Correct, that is also there because how it's going to give you a loss. So I want the accuracy because we are dealing into businesses, right? It may be a manufacturer, he will be having a price list. A dealer also will be having the price list. So why these people are having their price list? That is the most important thing that you have to do it. Every particular company, they don't do it. Only what is their idea is, take tally, put the purchase, put the sales, go to your GSTR1, GSTR2, done. So I'll tell you the most important thing. Why we have a very important thing called as material management. Why the people need this particular software? First thing, you will know where you are going loss. Because of which thing you are going under loss. Automatically, we have a new feature called as analysis. Have you heard about analysis? Yes, guys, come on. So I am in multi-level price levels, yes. So this gets me to analysis. Means for a dealer, I am going to prepare a separate price list. For a retailer, I will be preparing a separate price list. For a customer, I will be preparing a separate price list. By preparing this price list, what happens is, we are categorizing the groups. So it is an automatic updation. If you give, a dealer has to take only this much of percentage. Automatically when you are selling a product, automatically the percentage will come there without anybody's permission. You don't have to go to your accountant to ask 150 times, sir, how much discount you are given? You don't have to go and ask for a billing guy, sir, what is the discount that you are given for this customer? So here what happens, you are predefiningly giving the discounts. You are setting the discounts for a dealer, for a particular customer, and for a particular retailer. Nobody in between can play there. So if anybody wants to do that, they have to have your permission. Sir, for this particular dealer, for this particular customer, I am going to do so much of discount. So it will come into your knowledge. Now what you do, you will have to intervene there. Why you have to give that customer, what customer is, whether he is a regular customer, why you are giving so much discount? So that questions will come there, arising. So that is the most important thing. Got it? Why we have to make the price levels and price list. So here you will know what all discounts are going, for whom, what all kinds of discounts you are going for the price list. And there are also something called as cost tracking. Anybody has any idea on cost tracking? You must have an idea on cost tracking. Why we are using tally? So you should know why we are using tally. First is basic inventory, I told you about the price list and price level. First, then what is the meaning of cost tracking here? Anybody can come on, material management. From the last manufacturers, what is cost tracking?
Expenses?
No? Yeah, kind of expenses.
Tracking your cost. 1 gram of gold costed me this much in this year or this month.
Including all the expenses.
Including all the expenses, where this cost tracking will help you. So what
Budget.
budgets is different. Budgets is totally different. Budget is what is being achieved and what is the target and what you have been achieved is something called as budgets. Getting my point? So where does cost tracking helps you? So I am saying in the MM way. I am not talking in the accounts way. I am telling you in the MM way. MM in the material management way. Can you just think where does cost tracking gives you a hand?
To figure out profits.
If you cut down the expense only, you can look into profits.
To understand cash outflow.
Yes, that is also one thing. Cash outflow only in the part of an expense. Guys, when you are a dealer or when you are a manufacturer, you are going to have something called as carriage inwards and carriage outwards. Can you tell me what is carriage inwards and carriage outwards?
Money inflow and out.
No.
The stock.
Inventory inflow and outflow.
Inventory inflow.
That is, I am saying carriage inwards and outwards is only based on transportation part. We call them as procurement. Okay, if I ask a live question, so nobody is buying, for example, I'll take silver, right? Where are you going to import your silver from? Don't say India, no. Where? Okay, it's a trade secret, but okay, let it be. So, we are going to import it from Singapore, you say.
Yes.
Okay, from Singapore, if you have to import, you will have what kind of charges that you have to know, right? What is the charges that is there?
Import charges.
Right?
Export, export.
Import charges is there. Second,
What duties we are paying?
yeah, that is import charges. What duties you are paying is import charges. Other than that,
Transport charges.
transport, correct. Transportation, insurance, container charges, labor.
Loading and loading.
Okay, so you are going to put all this into your product. So this is what is something called as cost tracking. So you have paid something in Singapore, somewhere else you paid some money, that is only for the particular material, and when that particular material is reaching to your warehouse, it will be having so much of expenses being added. So those expenses will be separately coming here into this cost tracking methods. So that is an advantage for you to track each and every particular movement of the cost. Okay, it is called as tracking the movement of cost. We call it as movement analysis. What do we call? We call it as movement analysis. So that is the most important thing that the material management person has to know. Okay, next one more thing. I'll tell you one more thing here. Something different we can come up to. This also is most important. It's called as job costing. So anybody heard about what is job costing? Manufacturers or dealers? Most probably I am going to see into manufacturers, dealers, sub-dealers. Job costing or job work processing.
For employee.
Particular product to complete how
No.
much?
Yeah, that is okay, product.
Labor
Okay.
charges.
See, labor charges, you cannot say labor charges, yes, but a full form. I can accept here and there few things. So, what is the meaning of a job work process actually? So, you should understand what is the meaning of, see, I told you cost tracking, I told you, first thing I told you about cost tracking, then I told you about something called as what is the movement analysis, how it comes here, how it shifts. When you are starting your particular manufacturing or when you are starting to manufacture any particular item, what you have to do first thing? You have to set aside the materials, correct? So that is called as work estimation method. Now what does job costing means here is, that is called as work estimation. Work estimation in the sense every manufacturer or a particular dealer has to know. So in this way it will be split into two parts. Okay, till now everything is general. Splitting here, a manufacturer should know if he has, so what is his particular input, that is consumption and production. A consumption and a production. So that details has to be given here. If I am putting say 1 kg of gold, so there what will be the most important thing? Wastage will be there, correct? So what is the amount of wastage? What is the labor? What is the machinery depreciation? What is the electricity? What is the other particular hidden charges? Everything has to be given. That is called as cost estimation. So many things are there. So I told it for a manufacturer. So everything, cost estimation will be there. When it comes for a dealer, I told it for a manufacturer. When it comes for a dealer, so this job work process, where it will help a dealer. Dealer or a retailer, where it will help him. Manufacturer, he has his raw materials, he is going to give his consumption and production, correct? For a manufacturer, manufacturer. So, what this job costing will be doing for a dealer actually? What it will
Using
be?
and all?
Understanding who is doing what, like how much work
Cost and
the job worker as well.
I am saying a dealer. Think. Because I told the manufacturer, I said raw materials, taking that, what is the wastage, everything, what is the labor, everything you calculate, you give. That is job costing method, yes. What will be for a dealer then? See, here I can say source to destination. Source and destination. So, here what happens, you will know which all particular movement of stocks are there, where he is carrying the stocks from, which godown or which place, how many people are taking the stocks, how many people, where it is being moved, and what is the labor charges for them to keep the particular items. Everything will be there for a dealer. For a dealer it is source destination. For a manufacturing it is consumption and production. Okay, so two things. So you have to be aware of these things. When you are a dealer, where you have to use, how you have to do this. When you are a particular manufacturer, where we have to use it. And one more thing, I'll come to the last option here. There is another option here. See, this is completely in inventory, and also I have another sharing with another the important thing. Discount, I told you, everybody has to be discount. Here we have discounts. Another thing, we have something called as the last option. If you can see, what is the last option meant there? Actual and build. Actual and build. This is also very important for the seasonal sale. So what is seasonal sale?
Something that sells only about in a particular period of time in a year.
Yeah, in your particular business, when is your seasons? Akshaya Tritiya, Diwali, that is your season. So what do you mean by actual and build? You tell me. Actual, build, two things.
Actual is the actual price and build is with discount.
Discount, I have a separate column. So actual is for the actual quantity and build is for the build quantity. See, when I am giving certain discounts for a particular customer, for example, if they say, if you buy 1 sovereign, I am going to give one particular silver lamp or something, utensils, free. So for me, that also has to be shown in the inventory there. So that what I will do, actual is whatever I am billing for the jewelry, together with that, I will also say actual and build. Actual is whatever I am giving the utensils, the gold, everything. And the build, I will be only billing for that particular gold which I am selling. So,
That gifted part.
yes, for the gifted part. So, this is the most important thing that the people, because what they don't do this generally. They don't implement what they are going to do it. They don't show it as certainly, but they will have a problem in the stocks. So this is also another thing. This is a seasonal sale. When seasonal sales are coming, this plays an important role. Together with that, we have discounts also, not an issue.
Slightly discount.
It's kind. We are showing what we are giving as a discount. We are not just showing as a percentage. We are just showing this is the actual, and this is what is being billed. We are not going to be billed for these things.
Can you repeat it?
So actual is something called as what is being given, the gifts and the particular product. And the bill is something called is what I am billing for the product. I am not going to consider the gift items or the utensils what I am going to give it, but it will be accounted. But it will be accounted. So
When you said that actual what gift or particular product, so when we do that, sir, it will reflect as a cost or in advertising or branding kind of thing.
see, there is one more important thing: advertising and branding.
So
You can't show it in advertising and branding. You can come and show it under samples. Advertising and branding will not come under inventory. It will come under invoice. It will come under service sectors. Advertising and branding for a business will not come under inventory part. It will come under the service part. So that also you should know. This will be coming under samples or the gifts. We also have something called as corporate gifts, or we have gifts part separately in the particular tally, or separately from our government side only we have that. Okay. So this is one part. Okay. And we have something called here, the important parts I am telling you, where all you can do. By doing all this, what you gain? You are scrutinizing all the areas, and now you will know where you are leaving your money, where your money is being blocked, where the stock is being blocked, who is the fault, employees are the problem, workers are the problem, why their materials are not moving properly. So everything, you will have a detailed analysis. No need for you to worry. So if you touch a button, automatically the MIS. What is MIS? So there is one more thing that I have to tell you guys also. So when you have a business, opening a business is very easy. Okay. For running a business, what is required? Huh? Investment and all, we do investment, we open a business here.
working capital is.
No, I am not talking in another. I am talking, okay, inventory is there. What is required? For the business to know what is required.
Employees.
Employees are there.
Operational structure.
Huh?
Operational structure.
See here, when I go to any of your jewelries, I will see any one of the film actors there standing. Correct, no?
Brand ambassadors.
Advertise.
Advertising. I will have advertising here, that also you have to maintain. I think so. How many people are doing that advertising? Know about advertising. See, inventory is very important. Together with that, we also have to spend money for advertising. So what is the percentage for a business when you start a business? What is the percentage of advertisement that they give? Any ideas? Upcoming business questions. I have a showroom, right? So I have to do advertising also. Correct? That is also part of this only. How much you're
percent
spending?
Of what? How much percent of sales, profit? What?
So what is the percentage in your investment, in your capital, where you're starting your business, what is the percentage of expenses you are going to set aside for advertisement?
20%.
Huh?
22.
28.
15, 20.
40.
That should be less.
20 is what we say.
So you have to ask any of the industrial professional people, how much they set aside only for advertising. See, advertising means it has brand advertising. What all advertising? As per you guys, I know 3, 18, 19, 20 types.
Product, brand.
Productively, product is coming under MM. Don't ever put into product, because gold is gold everywhere. Silver is silver.
It will be your designs.
Method of advertising. So first you have to give newspaper, that also expenses here. Ads, So one ad will cost you so much, that is also an expense, that is a service tax is there, for that also you have to do.